We have some exciting new news from the devs this week. JPG did an interview with Grimcore, Jonathan, and Luma, and quite a few things came up. Thanks, Jade, for being cool with me covering your Q&A. But let's get to the biggest, most exciting one, and that is mountain caves. Grimcore confirmed that caves are going to be released very, very soon, possibly in the next week. They're going to experimental test and public test, and he's thinking that they'll definitely be out within less than 2 weeks, probably closer to this side of that 2 weeks, so possibly even in the coming week. So get ready for that. He said that they put the full team working on caves to be able to focus on it. It was really nice for them to all be doing one project at the same time for a while. These caves will be related to what they were planning on doing with the Cult of the Wolf. There are things in the caves that like to howl, he said, and also confirmed that there is going to be an awesome new creature in there. So that piques the interest. And yes, caves will only be generated in new locations that you haven't discovered before. This is going to be a theme going forward. It seems like they're consistently trying to let you continue playing your current world if you want to, and finding the new content in new areas that haven't been discovered yet. They talked a bit about how sometimes it seems to take a little bit longer to get things out than people want it to be, but they do like to keep their releases up to what they consider kind of the Valheim standard, even in early access. So they don't have updates that are breaking the game. And Jade made a really good point about this, saying that they definitely are polishing their updates to the degree that a lot of times is expected more from full games. A lot of times early access games, update comes out, everything's breaks, you gotta wait for weeks for it to get fixed. Iron Gate isn't doing that. They're doing really good polished updates. If there's big bugs, they're getting fixed quickly, and I really appreciate that. Quite a few random thoughts came up in the conversation too. Someone mentioned that something weird had been happening with controllers when you play with it in the game, and they said it has something to do with Steam, but it should be fixed soon. Automation, a lot of people are wondering about automation in the game, and Grim said that there will be more magical type things happening, but not so much steampunk where you like have steam that makes things happen and move things. They like more magical type ideas because it fits more in the world of Valheim, like the artisan table using the dragon tears. They think about like before the Vikings would go to different cultures and bring things back, but in Valheim, the Vikings can't go to other cultures because they're in this limited world. So it has to be things that kind of fit what the Vikings would come up with on their own in this particular type of world. They do want to add achievements in later down the road, but that is not a high priority right now. So don't plan on that coming anytime soon. Jonathan made a couple good points. So I thought, one, he said that he would like a way to control events attacking newer players on a mixed player server better so that the new players don't get events from really high levels that they haven't completed yet, because it's really hard if you have a new player coming into an established server to play with friends or a new community, and the new player just gets demolished right off the bat because everybody's gone to a higher level. I know on my new community server that we're starting, we're planning for this situation arising from the beginning, but most people don't plan that far in advance. A lot of times it's just friends getting together, and so this has been an issue for quite a few people. And so he said that he would like to find a way that maybe events that happen on a player happen depending on what level that particular player has achieved in the game so far. I think that would be really, really useful, unique. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to program, but Jonathan's a programmer, so maybe he would be the one to figure it out. He also said that he would like to have a way to do a safe server, so that if you're trying to really play vanilla and not kind of cheese and bring things back and forth between maps, that it'll kind of block that from happening, that you can't like go to another map and then bring stuff back and tell all your friends, oh, look at all this stuff I found while you were sleeping. And they're like, really? Really? So that would be interesting. I know some of you guys have seen the breeding towers that people do with boars and wolves. And the devs kind of mentioned that they're not real crazy about this idea. They don't really feel like it fits in with the overall feeling and purpose of Valheim. But they're like not actively trying to stop people from doing it. There will be no taming of deer in the future. Let that hope go. They currently don't have any more plans for creating more obsidian pieces at the moment. They do still want to get drawbridges into the game, but they're looking for a better solution for it. Similar to when I had Grim on my server talking about it, and he said, the one they came up with could send people flying in the air, which I thought would be awesome and hilarious, but, some people wouldn't be fond of the idea. So they're trying to work on a better solution to get that done, but they definitely do want to still try and get drawbridges in. Another happy note, we will be getting a bigger boat. Grim said that, when they got the tameable locks and we're seeing people, we're like trying to get locks across the ocean, and he's like, we need a bigger boat. So that is definitely that something is in the plans, in the works. They are looking at being able to do some customization of ships, like placing shields on the ships, but don't expect oars to be added in. That can increase the speed of your boat the more people you have on it, because a consistent theme that they say is they do not want multiplayer to have advantage over solo players. If you want to play as a solo player, they want you to be able to be just as effective as anyone else playing in a group. Couple little notes on Mistlands. Cool your heels. Mistlands will not be ready by their anniversary next month. I know some people were hoping for that, but it's a little bit unrealistic. It's not going to be ready by then. Devoid confirmed that on Twitter. And one interesting little detail about Mistlands that came up is some people were wondering if there was going to be a new tameable creature in the Mistlands, and we were given a hard no. There's not going to be a new tameable creature. But we were given a teaser that there might be a creature there that is tamed from the start. Intriguing. To keep up with all the Valheim news, make sure to subscribe. Happy gaming!